In the heart of Africa's ancient rainforests, where the air is thick with humidity and every shadow hides a story, a gorilla awakens. Massive, silent, powerful. The gorilla does not roar to announce its presence. It does not hunt for dominance. It does not rule through chaos. Instead, the gorilla survives through instinct, intelligence, and restraint. This is the story of how a gorilla lives, protects, leads, and endures in one of the most competitive ecosystems on Earth. Chapter 1. Built for Survival. A fully grown silverback gorilla can weigh over 400 pounds. Its arms are longer than its legs. Its chest is wide, dense with muscle. But strength alone does not define a gorilla. Every physical feature has purpose. The thick skull protects the brain. The powerful jaws crush fibrous plants. The knuckle-walking posture allows efficient movement across uneven terrain. A gorilla is not built for speed. It is built for endurance. Each movement is deliberate, each step calculated. In the forest, wasting energy can mean losing tomorrow's chance to feed, and the gorilla knows this instinctively. Chapter 2. The Family Fortress. A gorilla never truly lives alone. It belongs to a troop, a tightly bonded family unit led by a dominant silverback gorilla. The silverback gorilla is not simply the strongest member. He is the decision maker, the guardian, the strategist. When the troop feeds, he watches. When they travel, he walks last, ensuring no member is left behind. When danger approaches, the silverback gorilla positions himself between threat and family. This is not ego. This is instinct. Young gorillas play freely, tumbling over one another. Females groom and nurture infants. But beneath this calm surface lies constant awareness, because the forest does not forgive weakness, and the gorilla understands that survival depends on unity. Chapter 3. The Diet of Giants. Despite its enormous size, the gorilla is primarily herbivorous. Leaves, shoots, fruits, stems. For hours each day, a gorilla feeds quietly. But feeding is not random. The gorilla remembers where the richest plants grow. It knows which areas are safe during certain seasons. It recognizes edible species instantly. This knowledge is not written down. It is passed through observation. Young gorillas watch adults carefully. They learn what to eat and what to avoid. During times of scarcity, the gorilla adapts. It slows movement, conserves energy, expands its feeding range cautiously. Survival is not about abundance. It is about balance. Gorilla Chapter 4. The Language Without Words. A gorilla rarely fights. Instead, it communicates. A stare can signal dominance. A grunt can call the group together. A soft hum can express contentment. And then there is the chest beat. When a silverback gorilla rises on two legs and pounds his chest, the sound echoes through the forest like distant thunder. But this is not mindless aggression. It is strategy. The chest beat says, "I am strong, I am aware, and I am ready." Most threats retreat before physical conflict begins, because even predators understand a gorilla does not bluff. Chapter 5. Instinct in Crisis. The forest changes without warning. Heavy rain floods paths. Food sources shift. Strange scents drift through the air. The gorilla reacts instantly, but calmly. If danger appears, the troop tightens formation. Infants move to the center. Adults surround them. The silverback gorilla steps forward. He assesses. Fight? Intimidate? Retreat? Every decision happens within seconds, and yet it is not rushed, because a gorilla does not panic. Panic wastes energy. Instinct guides clarity. Chapter 6. Nightfall in the Jungle. As daylight fades, the gorilla prepares for rest. Each evening, a gorilla builds a fresh nest. Branches are bent, leaves layered carefully. The nest is shaped for safety and comfort. Some gorillas build on the ground. Some gorillas build in trees. Location matters. The gorilla chooses spots with visibility and protection. Once settled, the troop grows quiet. The forest becomes louder. Insects buzzing, distant calls echoing. But inside the circle of the troop, there is calm. Even in sleep, a gorilla remains alert. Chapter 8. Intelligence of Experience. A gorilla's survival instinct strengthens with age. Young gorillas are curious. They explore. They test limits. Older gorillas are patient. They have seen drought. They have faced rival troops. They have survived storms. Memory becomes instinct refined. An experienced gorilla recognizes patterns, the change in bird calls that signals a predator, the subtle shift in wind that carries unfamiliar scent. This awareness is silent, but it is powerful. Chapter 9. Emotion and Survival. A gorilla is not driven only by instinct. It feels. Mothers cradle infants gently. Siblings play with laughter-like vocalizations. Loss is mourned. Emotions strengthen survival. Trust keeps the troop together. Bonding reduces conflict. Grooming removes parasites and builds unity. A divided troop is vulnerable. A bonded troop is resilient. The gorilla understands this without words. Chapter 10. The gorilla's true strength. The world often sees the gorilla as a symbol of brute power, but the true strength of a gorilla is control. It can crush with force, yet chooses restraint. It can dominate, yet prefers harmony. It can fight, yet avoids unnecessary conflict. This balance between power and peace is what makes the gorilla extraordinary. Final scene. The endless forest. Morning returns. Mist lifts slowly from the canopy. The gorilla rises once more. Another day of feeding, watching, protecting, leading. The forest remains unpredictable, but the gorilla remains steady. Because survival is not a single act, it is a rhythm. And for millions of years, the gorilla has mastered that rhythm. Not through chaos, not through fear, but through instinct, intelligence, and unity. In silence, the gorilla endures.